that you're in my lane?
No, not at all.
Are you not paying attention? Are you texting?
I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6.
It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention.
I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up.
My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention.
It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
I never thought it would end like this. With the first look into your eyes, I fell in love. I thought I had everything. It was just one text.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to All Pro Racing very own support night, where we're doing a live race for PADD, the PADD Racing Group. I myself, Andrew Williams, is going to be the broadcast tonight. We've got Michael Domingo behind the camera, as always. We've got 60 laps here at Daytona International Speedway, the 2.5 mile circuit. With 60 laps with the Gen 6s, so you're going to have the Fords tonight, the Chevys and the Toyotas all going to be running a fixed setup that's been very much donated kindly by Wayne Finley, one of the guys from here from PADD, so thank you very much for that. We're going to be showing support tonight to PADD, which is People Against Distracted Driving. A great cause that they do, headed up here by Michael Kaleni. And so far I haven't seen him join the room yet, but I'll be looking forward to catching up with him shortly and going through some of the things that PADD stands for. Obviously we know it's People Against Distracted Driving, but I think it's just people in general being distracted with their mobile phones, and they should be keeping an eye on what they're doing in front of them. So we're just going to qualifying now. We had in practice a fair few cars, so we had 24 cars settle a lap in practice. I know we've got at least another 2 cars on top of that. So it's going to be interesting to see what it's going to be. So far we've got the 02 of Mitchell Reeves and the 20 of Matt Clifton on the front row. Both from the little team, Southeast Motorsports, in conjunction with All Pro Racing. These guys are All Pro Racing members. And, very much set the pace early on with the 84 of Colin Bauer and 47 of Ryan Bochart in 3rd and 4th in practice. So it's going to be interesting to see how the qualifying is going to go, because it's going to be 2 laps, single car. Whoever can get the best lap out of those two laps, you run them by yourselves. Again, with the fixed set, so they can't alter nothing, they can't change the track bars or up their tape or anything like that. But very interesting to see. You know, we've got 60 laps. We've got it's virtually almost an all-star cast of drivers here this evening. Going through the entry list here at the moment, and there's quite a few fast drivers on these super speedways. So it's definitely going to be one for the books. And we just want to take this time just to show our appreciation to the organisation and what they stand for. And this is something that Michael D'Amico, our founder here at All Pro Racing, enjoys very much getting behind and supporting. All the broadcasts we do for PADD are completely done from ourselves to them. We give up our own time to help them spread the word. And I just want to say thank you very much to Michael for being a kind-hearted man that he is. If you know Michael D'Amico, then you definitely know what that means by that. And he's a lovely bloke, and him and Michael Bellini have known each other for a very long time, and we're more than happy to help. So let's hope this is going to be an all-timer for tonight. So far, we've got the first lap coming through. Cecil Renee in the 64, currently on the front row. Anthony Corey in the 73, followed by Chris Steele, and then Donald Kendrick. Well, we have the 56, Joe Fisher in 5th. And here we go, the 10 has just set an even faster lap, the 10 of Lee Quinn. So that's their opening laps. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to hit their second lap marks. Normally try and sort of run with, when I do these broadcasts, try and run with another person so it doesn't sort of hear the Australian accent 24/7, but unfortunately my buddy for this evening is unavailable to attend, so I'm going to be stuck with the Aussies for tonight. But look, I always enjoy giving up some time and calling some of these races. You get to see some awesome racing up the front. Often not in my iRacing career, definitely not really there all the time, so it's a bit of a mix-up for me. But so the second laps are coming through. Jonathan Brewster in the 22 currently holds the pole. Ryan Bochart in 47 second. Everett Lane in the 24 is in third. Good to see Everett up there. Michael Hauser in 4th. Mitchell Reeves currently in 5th. Matt Clifton in 6th. It's going to be interesting to see those two work together. In 7th at the moment we have Bobby Stewart in the 16 and Brian Bochart in the 2 is in 8th. Daniel Mark Antonio, Daniel, in the 31 is in 9th, and in 25 it's Caleb Stevens running out of top 10. So I pretty much have to say that's a lot of the second laps done. We've got a few people just joining now. We've lost one too, which is a shame. I think we've lost the 00 of Cameron Wilson. Seen him around a fair bit. Very strong driver in the Gen 6s, and they've lost him. Not sure what's happening here, but I'm seeing further down the order. You'll know Rod Ronius Senior in the 33 is apparently in 22nd. Hope that's not by choice, but I'll expect to see him up the field as the race progresses. Cecil Renee, who set a fast lap early on in the 64, is currently in 14th. But with 60 laps here at Daytona International Speedway, anything can happen. We've got unlimited limits on the incidents, so it's going to be pretty much letting these boys have it out. Our fast repairs are going to be sitting around unlimited as well, so if they get caught up in any sort of wrecks, at least they're going to be able to get to pit lane and get those cars repaired and back onto the racing track. So it's going to be interesting to see how this race is going to really fare out. I did see in practice a few guys getting together and sort of teaming up. I'm guessing their radio chats are going to be are going off the dial at the moment on how they're going to play this race. Are they going to go early? Are they going to hang back? So many different varieties, even though they can't do anything with the setups. There's so many things to do, but a lot of these guys as well have put a lot of time and effort into their paint skins in the cars. So it's going to be interesting to see. Some of the guys have actually got some new paint skins to show for this race. When it comes to one of the PADD all-star races, all-pro races, it's always good to see the new paint being shown. And something that's worth noting that just recently we had the anniversary of the passing away of Michael Linney's daughter, Nikki, who was unfortunately a victim of an automotive traffic accident where somebody was simply not obeying the road rules and too focused on their mobile phone, and this is how PADD came about, people against distracted driving. And it happens in all today life, ladies and gentlemen. You see people walking, on the street, on the sidewalk, and they've just got their heads down in that phone, and they're not watching where they're going, and they walk out in front of traffic, or they walk into a bus stop, or they walk into a garbage bin, a rubbish bin, and it's unnecessary incidents that happen to create injuries and can lead to loss of life, all because we're too focused on what's in front of us. We need to get our heads out of these multimedia devices. So please just make sure everyone you're listening there, if you're ever in your motor vehicle, it's just like drinking and driving. You don't want to drive home drunk, you also don't want to drive home playing on that phone. So keep your hand off it is a slogan we have down here in Australia. Get your hand off it. So yeah, hopefully all these guys will be ready to rock and roll for this evening's 60 lapper. Let's just go through what the track's going to hold out. So the weather's going to be consistent. We're going to be partly cloudy, 65 degrees. Track temp will be at 91. And so far the weather's pretty calm, no winds at all. But in saying that, it can change. So they're all running fixed setups. All going to be running, I believe it's 40% tape, the sets. Our pace speed will be at 80. Our pit limit speed will be at 60. Both will be well and truly enforced with the pit speed anyway. And to make sure we've got enough time to get this race underway, we've got 2 hours and 40 minutes to get our 60 lappers in. Fingers crossed we finish under green with this field here this evening. There should be no hesitation that that's not going to happen. So so far we've got 24 drivers for qualifying, and I believe we should have at least 28 cars to take the green. That's even going with the fact that we lost one. So 28 cars should be taking the green. 24 have set a pole time, and I don't think it's going to be beaten, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. The 22 of Jonathan Brewster is currently our man on the pole with a 46.5. In second on the outside pole with the 47 of Ryan Bochard. With it again at 46.5. A very close field. 24 of Everett Lane has made it in the third with 46.6. Also holding out a 46.6 is Michael Halser in the 17. In fourth, Mitchell Reeves in the 02 coming out of fifth. Matt Clifton in the 20 out of sixth. Bobby Stewart is 16, 7th tonight. In 8th position, we're going to have Brian Bochard in the 2. And the 31 of Daniel Marcantonio. Sorry, Daniel, it always gets me stumped. We don't really see names like that down here. But he's coming out 9th tonight. I was watching Daniel in practice. Very strong car he has, the 31. So I expect to see him, if not in the top 10, well and truly inside the top 5. So it's going to be interesting to see he can get down there. And ran out top 10 tonight is 25 of Caleb Stevens. It's interesting to see because when you go up against their practice times, in practice you have open service, so you have cars drafting, pushing, so forth. It's interesting to see where they sort of sit there, but then when they go into qualifying, they're doing their single car runs. A lot of the guys have moved up, and some of the guys who are up front have moved back because they don't have that helping hand. Approximately 5 seconds away from getting ready to line up on this on the grid to start our formation lap. And looking forward to seeing all the paint schemes and how the cars are. So they're lining up there on pit lane. On pole we have the 22 of Jonathan Brewster in the Trustspeed Chevrolet SS. Pretty funky design going on there. So far we don't have our Ryan Bochard in the 47 has not come through. I'm just going to give Ryan a bit more time. They've still got a minute left before they have to agree before the pace car starts on its formation lap. Bring the cars around this 2.5 mile super speedway to the green flag. Something worth noting too is Jonathan Brewster in the 22 starting out of pole was actually 19th quickest in practice. So let's hope he's got a partner to keep him there. He's definitely knows how to drive a fast car. Whether or not it's going to be there. Well, Ryan so far hasn't joined. We'll move to Everett Lane in the 24. The Looney Tunes Chevrolet SS. It's always good to see Everett. He has some pretty interesting paint jobs there. And we'll just move to 4th. And we've got the Michael Hauser in the 17 Carolina white Chevy SS. And coming out of 5th tonight, we're going to have 02 of Mitchell Reeves in Southeast Motorsports Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet SS, a part of All Pro Racing. It's good to see Mitchell up front, and alongside him will be his teammate in the 20, Matt Clifton, in the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet SS. Out of 7th, we're going to have 16 of Bobby Stewart in the SVR Twist Chevrolet SS. It's a pretty nice paint job he's got there, bit of carbon fibre going on that purple beast. Proudly displaying that American flag too, which is fantastic to see. Coming out of 8th tonight, we've got the 02 of Brian Bochard in the Virginia's Sim Racing Club Chevrolet SS, and I believe Ryan Bochard in the 47 is off too. Also, he's wearing the same colours as I believe his family member here in the 31. Coming out of 9th tonight is Daniel and Mark Antonio, and looks to be a pretty interesting design he's got there, the green, white, black Chevrolet SS. So it's obviously going with the show at the moment. Chevys are very well numbered. So 31 of Daniel there in 9th, and around our top 10 we're going to have another Trust Speed black and white edition for Caleb Stevens in the 25 out of 10. So must be Jonathan Brewster and Caleb are going to try and team up as they get going. And further back through the field, we've got Colin Bauer, 11th, Jimmy Tolliver in 12th, Glenn Jemison in 13th, Sean Eramakora in 14th, Anthony Corey 15th. So we're about to go green. Let's get back to the front of this group. So the safety car is about to duck on off. Here he goes. We're now in control of Jonathan Brewster in the 22. Green, green, green. We're racing. As the field is so far side by side. There we go. We've seen the 20 dropping down in behind the 02. So Matt Clifton in behind Mitchell Reeves. As the 24 of Everett Lane is assisting the 22 of Jonathan Brewster to get going. And the 47 of Ryan Bochard and the 17 of Michael Hauser are working the outside. Nothing really happening at the moment. But the two there of Ryan Bochard is going to try and get on the back of the 17 of Michael Hauser to help assist the outside line, I'm guessing. As the field is sort of heaving themselves out. Nothing too much is going on there. These guys understand you've got 60 laps. And it can't be won in the first lap, but it definitely can be lost. So a lot of these guys are going to obviously be working with their heads, working together. As I said before, a lot of team radios going on here. You ready to go? When we're going to go? Who you're going to go with? And I'm sure they're going to get their dancing partners and get ready to rock and roll. So at the moment, lap 1, Jonathan Brewster in the 22, Trust Speed. He's currently our leader. And I wouldn't say he's got any sort of pressure being applied by the 24 of Everett Lane. I'd say more Everett's just riding at the moment. Lap 2, 58 laps to go. We don't need to really worry about racing each other. The 02 of Mitchell Reeves is getting close to that bumper of the 24. However, he's not too worried what he wants to do yet. He's going to the right spot. You see his teammate behind him, the 20 of Matt Clifton, just letting it breathe. Doesn't want to get his engine too hot because he knows when he's going to go. He's going to have to go. The 16 there of Bobby Stewart, trying to catch his front pack and hang with them. The 25 there of Caleb. Caleb Stevens moved up from 10th to 6th. So far everyone's just riding, which is good to see. However, when it comes to excitement in racing, it's not the best to understand, but it's all good. So it's all single file, all the way back through. You see a bit of a run here on the outside. Looks to be between the 11 of Chris Steele in 23rd position and Lee Quinn in the 10. But now they've gone single file. So everyone is single file from first place back to 24th. And speaking of which, Rod Romeo Sr. in the 33 is back here in 24th. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he didn't start. I didn't really catch that. We've got the 33. That's Rod Romeo Sr. He's a well-known figure in the iRacing community here. And he's driving the 33 car this evening. Yeah, we had an incident here with some of the names getting changed around, but the 33 is definitely Rod Romeo Sr. As we're back to the lead pack, they're really pulled away. So the front four, which consists of Brewster, Lane, Reeves and Clifton, have pulled away. And now a nice little gap, at least a second. Oh, we've got a loose one. It looks to be the 25 of Caleb Stevens. He's managed to regain. He's on the apron into one. Hopefully he's staying down. He's come back up slightly. Everyone's avoided him. Now that could have been real nasty there. That could have been exceptionally nasty. I'm not sure what transpired. Can we get a replay of the 25 start lap? We're going to start lap 6. The 25 of Caleb Stevens as he starts lap 6. I thought there may have been contact between him and the 16, but it looks to be Caleb Stevens in the 25 just got a little bit loose on the apron there, and then tries to hold it on the apron in turn 1. But these things, because you go from a flat surface on this turn 1, they just sort of understeer because they work so well on the banking. The banking really helps these cars get around these corners, which is a very obvious comment to make, but some people may not be aware of that. So unfortunately for Caleb Stevens there, he's pushed himself all the way back to 23rd. But this may not be a bad thing because he's going to have the 33 there of Rod Sr. And perhaps these two can run their own race. You know, 60 lap race running on lap 7, anything can happen. And again, Jonathan Brewster just leading the way at the moment. Eric Delane just sort of letting it ride. He's not too phased. It's going to be interesting to see the last dying stages because these front four, even though they're looking strong right now, in the pack you do have a number of teams there, groups that are going to be working together. And some of these guys definitely know how to run the wheels off these 10-6s. Already we start to hear a bit of radio chatter going on. Everyone's just letting everyone know we're just riding. No one wants to commit to anything and get their motors off just yet. It was a shame. I was hoping we were going to see Michael Glennie in this race this evening. This race was put up by Wayne Finley, who again is exceptional person to know in the iRacing community. And there we go, the 20's in the wall. He's come back down. We've had accident. We've got a big wreck on the back straight. 6+ cars involved. Caution is out now. I'm not sure what transpired, but it looked like it all started from the 20 of Matt Clifton. We can get a replay of the 20 of Matt Clifton on lap 9, heading into turn 2, exited turn 2. Okay, so what I believe happened is the 20s just sort of rode the apron lines out of turn 1 into turn 2, gotten it loose. He's gotten out of the gas, tried to run the car up high to get it to sort itself out, hit the wall, which unfortunately is rebounded straight back into the path of the 47. The 47 there of Ryan Bochard, who started off on the outside pole. Unfortunately, Ryan was caught up in this, as well as the 17 of Michael Hauser. The 2 of Ryan Bochard, and it just sort of kept going. I'll tell you, one of the people who was able to get through that was the 31. Believe it or not, the 31 of Daniel Marcantonio was able to. I can't get it right, Daniel. I'm sorry, but he must have bought himself a lottery ticket or something before this race, because he just went straight through the 17 and the 2 without getting a scratch on his car. But unfortunately, the 84 tried to run low. The 84 there of Colin Bauer, he tried to run low to avoid everything. He got cleaned up too by the number 2 of Ryan Bochard. It's all these cars just got into it. It's a shame, but look, on the bright side, guys, unlimited repairs. We're under caution, lap 11. Plenty of time to get back up there. Right now we're showing 4 cars down, a lap down, which is going to be Brian Bochard, Colin Bauer, Jimmy Tolliver and Chris Steele. But these guys will need to pit for fuel, regardless. The 60 lap run, and being a 1 lap down, it's not too bad. So fingers crossed these guys will be able to get their laps back throughout the course of the race and get back to racing. It's just a dreadful shame that what happened with the 20. Just getting loose and in the wall, and he would have been trying to hold that steering wheel well and truly to the right, but it just caught him on the front nose, which is slingshotting straight down in front of the path of the oncoming cars. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we made it to 9 laps until the first blood was brought. We still have some torn up cars down pit road. Some guys have blown motors who had to get a tow. But we should have them out shortly. And hopefully they're not going to go down 2 laps, because that will start to cause a bit of an issue for these guys throughout the racing. And I think at least we're going to see, out of the 4 cars a lap down, we will see perhaps 2 of them go another lap down. Jimmy Tolliver, Brian Bochard, I'm not sure if he got out in front of the pace car or not, and he unfortunately didn't, so he's going to have to let the field down. So we're going to have Jimmy Tolliver and Brian Bochard both going to be 2 laps down with 50 laps to go in this race. Anything can happen, so it's going to be to see these guys claw their way back. If anyone can do it, it's definitely these 2. As I said, this field tonight was made up of virtually all pro drivers here on the iRacing NASCAR series, with a lot of these guys contending in a lot of the serious races, and quite often or not being the force to be reckoned with. So if anyone can do it, it's definitely these guys, Brian and Jimmy. Definitely going to have a hard day cut out for them. And in saying that, I believe if there's anyone going to be kicking themselves, it's definitely going to be Matt Clifton. He would not have liked that, and I'm sure there would have been no disrespect behind that whatsoever. We just had word too that unfortunately Jimmy Tolliver has put the car behind the wall. So the 13 will not be taking part in this race any further. Sad to see. But I'm going to be keeping an eye on the number 2 here of Brian Bochard. If we can just get a bit of a looky at the 2 here. Get our cameras on the car with the Virginia's Sim Racing Club. He will be our underdog racer of the this evening. Of the number 2, Brian Bochard. So we're going to sort of keep an eye on this guy as he continues on through this race. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, like sometimes we never know. He could be able to do something. And I just want to make sure we're there to capture it. But we're going to give him the underdog award already. I'm sure he's going to come through this field. And hopefully be laughing at this incident that took place on lap 9. So good luck to you there, Brian, as we return to the front pack of Jonathan Brewster. So Jonathan Brewster has led all 13 laps this evening. As the cars are double filed up, we're going to go racing, so the safety lights are out. And can I just make note as well, we've got a guy who's moved up front, the 33 of Rod Ramey Senior from 24th, now currently in 10th, so he's definitely getting the job done. And the 25, another note, Caleb Stevens dropped back to 24th, currently sitting in 9th. We're green, safety car's off, and we're racing. Brewster's taking us to the green. It looks like Everett Lane's trying to duck down. He couldn't do it before the line, he did it after the line. 100% legal there. Mitchell Reeves currently in 3rd. But it's going to be interesting to see how this field's going to sort of... At the moment we're too wide going back. 6 cars back, we're too wide all the way through to the back of the field. Brian Bochart, I've seen him there in the 2, he's definitely not giving up, he wants to get in there. Just keep an eye for some of these cars, who's going to be coming through this field, how they're going to get there. At the moment, Brewster still leading. Lane just following closely, not rushing at the moment. Mitchell Reeves 3rd. Daniel. Who we've got there? We've got a move up of Sean Emakora in the 3. He's moved currently up to 5th. Caleb Stevens in the 25 up to 6. This guy's going for it now. Michael Hauser, he got caught up in that wreck in the 17th, currently in 7th. Ronald Kedrick in the 27 in 8th. And the 16 of Bobby Stewart there. He's in 9th. And Glenn Jamison, haven't really spoken much about him tonight. The 63 is right now top 10. Ron Murray Senior has dropped back to 15th. Not too sure what happened there, but Cecil Renee, the 64, having a strong run at the moment, up into 11th. A lot of these drivers are having mixed evenings, but still early. But here we go. So Mitchell Reeves, the 02, is helping the 24 of Everett Lane around the outside. They've cleared him, so they've cleared Jonathan Brewster, 22, around the outside. They've just got it done. So after 16 laps, we're going to have ourselves a new leader. Everett Lane, part of Fast Lane Racing, also associated with All Pro Racing. So as much as Everett and the 02 of Mitchell Reeves aren't very much teammates, they're actually, I guess you'd call them stablemates. And another car who I'm seeing sort of clawing his way back inside this top 10 will be the 20 of Matt Clifton, and he is smack bang on 10. And we've had there we go. So Everett Lane has fallen back further. 24 and the 3 again, very close there, coming out of 2. Almost took each other's door handles off. I'm not sure, there's a bit of radio chatter going on there, duo to a door handle, but very close racing, with the 3 being hung out to dry of the 3 of Sean Emakora. Sorry if I say that wrong, Sean, but please bear with me. We don't have those sort of names where I come from. But listen, he's just hung out to dry. Can't seem to get in there at the moment. With 47 got loose off the apron coming through the tri-oval. We're still green. Mitchell Reeves is our leader. pretty much going single car. We just saw the 84 there, I believe, of Colin Bauer go another lap down. He would have been caught out there with no one to help him on the restart, perhaps getting some more damage or filling up again to try and get his run in. And we're still happy to say that the number 2 of Brian Bochart is still out there pushing hard. Now Mitchell Reeves, he's starting to come off that yellow line ever so slightly, which means he's going to be starting running faster lap times. And we've got one big freight train from first. Just trying to see now, is it first back to 16th? Yeah. First back to 12, sorry. Big freight train happening. We're on lap 20. Third of the way through. Mitchell Reeves. Southeast Motorsport. Chevrolet SS still in front. Hot on the heels of Mitchell is the 31 of Daniel Mark Antonio. I'm really sorry, Daniel. But he's driving his heart out tonight, up to second, and he was one of the stronger guys earlier in practice I was watching. Now we've got a bit of a run through. It looks like Everett Lane has just sneaked by on the inside and held Daniel Mark Antonio, out to dry, and so he's gone from second back to fifth between turn 4 and turn 1 on the front straight. Looks like now the 20 of Matt Clifton is starting to give him a bit of grief. Matt Clifton is holding on there. We've got now the 63, I believe it is, of Glenn Jamison. He's unfortunately the man left out, falling back, dropping some positions. So Mitchell Reeves will come around to lead us on complete lap 21. And another worthwhile note would be the 24 back there in second, but also the 17 of Michael Hauser in third. Caught up in that wreck, still running strong. Up to third, Donald Kendrick, the 27th, currently running fourth. Daniel Mark Antonio is in fifth. He showed promising signs in practice. And, in qualifying, unfortunately, it was only 9. But watching him wheel his car at the moment, 31, he's looking very strong. He's got the 20 of Matt Clifton behind him. The 3 of Sean Emakoro is in 7th. Don't count out the 64 either of Cecil Renee. So we just had a pit there of team Michael Hauser. So this must be trying to break up what's going on. Doesn't look like to be any tyres whatsoever. Go back to the lead. I believe that's all gas and go for Michael Hauser there. As Mitchell Reeves leads us around, so they're going to put a lap now on Michael Hauser, but he's got someone else is on that bottom lane, and that's going to assist Michael to not fall too far behind. So it looks like the front 6 now starting to pull away as far back as the 64. So of Cecil Renee is starting to lose that front group. Cecil's got the 84 in front of him. The 84 is currently a lap down, Colin Bauer. Mitchell Reeves coming around to put a lap on Stevens and Jonathan Brewster. These two teammates have obviously pitted, grabbed some gas, and this is where it's going to turn into a mileage race, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it's working with each other to pit when you can pit, and obviously holding on when you go. So Jonathan Brewster and his teammate there, Caleb Stevens, are staying high. Don't want to interrupt what's going on, because they could definitely come out in front, believe it or not. So even though they're falling down a lap now, they definitely come out in front towards the end here. As the hot field's starting to spread out after the front five, it just Matt Clifton is working on the tail end of the 31 of Daniel Marcantonio, and starting to just sort of drop off the number 3 there of Sean Omakora. And he's saying that the 25 and the 22, who've just got a lap down, are able to slot in behind and stay with their draft. So these guys, even though they're a lap down, they're going to be in a nice pecking order once the front group after pulling down pit lane. So it's going to be any moment, I'm guessing. Now, it'll be interesting to see when it does happen, what's going to happen here, because they obviously got the 0-2, Mitchell Reeves got the 20 of Matt Clifton. And also you got their stable buddy here of the 24 of Everett Lane. How's this going to work out? 31 runs high into turn 1, comes back down just in front of the 20. As Matt Clifton looks on the outside, down the back straight on Daniel Marcantonio. Oh, they're very close. They're rubbing doors down the back straight. Hopefully that hasn't caused any damage there between the 20 and the 31. There's the number 3. Hops up, Sean Omakora hops up to help Matt Clifton through. As they've now cleared the 31 of Daniel Marcantonio. Just not sure if anyone sustained any damage in that contact there. I'm not too sure. It sort of looks like the 20 has got a bit of front left damage. And we're just clicking on the halfway mark. Still Mitchell Reeves leading this event. Hot on the heels is the 24 of Everett Lane. As they put a lap down on the number 10 there of Lee Quinn. This is going to be exciting. So when are they going to pit? How many more laps are they going to try and hold out? I reckon perhaps they're hoping for a caution to save their buttons. As we watch this front pack now, the 5 of them racing very fast. But I'd almost go as far as to say that the front 5, or whatever one does, the rest are going to do. They sort of need each other to stay out front ahead of the strong team behind them of the 25 and the 22 of Stevens and Brewster respectively, because they're going to be coming. But at the moment, it looks like Matt Clifton just slightly losing the draft off the 27 there of Donald Kendrick. Mitchell Reeves still our leader. Looking very strong there with the 24 of Everett Lane behind him. Everett Lane used to have the flaming DuPont Chevrolet paint job, made famous from Jeff Gordon, and he's moved over to the Looney Tunes. Not sure if it's for a one race deal or going to become more a permanent fixture, as Matt Clifton is now trying to run the outside of the 27 of Donald Kendrick. Matt Clifton's definitely found a partner here in the 3 of Sean Umakura, and he's just dumped Sean. So Clifton got around Donald Kendrick and then just pulled down in front, completely dropping the 3. Well, I mean, I've seen that happen before, but I thought definitely he's going to work with the 3 there a bit longer. So this puts Reeves, Lane, and Clifton 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are talking too. Got their radio channels to each other, trying to work out a deal to make this thing play out to one of these guys going to win. If not, them 3 are going to come across the line. 1, 2, 3. And if we just look a bit further back at the number 2 of Ryan Bochard, he's getting a helping hand. He's getting a bit of a push along by the 33, who's currently in 8th spot. That's Rod Romeo Sr. So definitely Brian Bochard is not laying down. He's coming back through the pack. He's going to get one of his laps back the hard way, I'm guessing. And that's fantastic to see. He definitely earns his hard charger and underdog award tonight. As we head back to the leaders. So they're about to clock over lap 35. So 34 laps are in the books. Still no signs of them taking any pit road for any gas. Perhaps they're trying to run their fuel load down low and get as many laps as they can on that fuel load. So it's a smaller gas stop. Just a splash and go rather than sitting there for a whole 8 seconds or so to get 2 cans of gas in there. So Mitchell Reeves, young boy from Alabama, leads him across the line again, and he's definitely shown his maturity here tonight. Now the front pack has been caught up here by the 31. The 31 and the 64 of, 31 of Daniel Mark Antonio and the 64 of Cecil Renee have caught this front pack. And it's now become one big snake. Guessing down on the pit wall there's going to be no tyres at all, so we're not going to see any crew guys getting ready with some tyres. It's just going to be Sunoco fuel and gas and go. Here we go, there's a bit of talk on the radio. I think there was just some clarification there on the rules about when to enter this back onto the track. And they've been assured by Wayne Finley, who's operating as our chief steward here tonight, to enter on the back straight. Now, I have been watching the other races entering the track throughout the course of the race, but if you enter into turn 1 rather than driving around the apron on turn 1, turn 2, and enter the back straight, you get a massive advantage by coming straight out of the pits onto the racetrack. So interesting to see how these guys play this card. So we're about to put in 38 laps in the book. We're just completed 2/3 of this race, and so far with only one caution, 5 laps under caution. It's looking like a good event. It's going to come down to the wire. But while we have you guys, ladies and gentlemen, with the All-Pro Racing, we also do host a lot of other racing series. We do have the bi-weekly 50-50 series going on Sunday afternoons, sorry. Head across to All-Pro Racing's iRacing page. But it's the Gen 6s, $25 cash winner. We have the All-Star race coming up shortly. Will be placed held at Darlington, where $50 is on the line for them. And all up, the winner of the series wins a trophy as well as $150 worth of prizes. So the bi-weekly series for All-Pro Racing. Head down to you've got Facebook. Look up All-Pro Racing on Facebook. Check them out on iRacing league pages, or go to their website www.allproracing.com. And shortly going to be starting a truck series, I believe, which is going to be fantastic to watch. We'll probably be broadcasting that without a doubt here at Twitch. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So on lap 40, Mitchell Reese hard on the brakes trying to come in. You've got everyone coming. Looks like Matt Clifton is overshot, going in the back of the 24. And he's spun Everett Lane. I'm not sure if Clifton's going to get a speeding penalty there, but he just looks like he just came in ever too hot. So right now our leader has picked up his Sean Umakora, and he's got the 31 there of Daniel Marcantonio. Not so much assisting all the way. Not sure if Daniel's got a bit of damage there, but you've got these two teammates here on the outside running hard. Here we go, the 3 and the 31 are now coming down pit lane as well. Hopefully they hit their marks at all times. Everett Lane, unfortunately, was probably the loser out of that event. Just getting tagged by the 20 coming on pit road here. So we have to wait for everything to line back up again. At the moment, we've got our leader, which is the 33 car of Rod Romeo Sr. and the Good Wrench Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet SS. And hot on his heels, he has the number 2 of Brian Bochart. So definitely Brian's assisting and helping as much as he can with what Rod Romeo Sr. is doing this evening. I was expecting Brian to probably have at least one lap back by now with caution, but when you get these star-studded cast of these drivers here at Daytona International Speedway, this PADD event, in line with All-Pro Racing, these guys definitely know how to race hard and fast and keep the cautions to a minimum. So still, Rod Romeo Sr. is out. They're coming up to lap the 11 here. It's like the 11's held at the bottom. Yeah, it's 11 and the 24 there of Chris Steele and Everett Lane. So Everett Lane is about to go a lap down. 16 coming up. It's getting a bit crazy on that back straight. So you have the bottom groove is run by lap cars, and the top groove is run by the race leaders. This may cause a bit of issues. These guys feel like they're being held up by the lap cars, and they're trying to have a race at the moment. And it looks like Rod Romeo Sr. the 33 got hung out to dry there. Glenn Jamison, the 63, is now our new race leader. Let's see if we can get a closer look at his car here. So he's running with the arrogant bastard ale and the Toyota. So I think this is Toyota's shot. I mean, the field is very heavily swayed in the Chevrolet favour. I think there's only two Toyotas out there, and maybe same amount of Fords, 2 or 3 Fords. So Glenn Jamieson is currently leading. The 33 of Rod Romeo Sr. has stopped for his pits. So there's the 41 of Dave Spot. The 73 of Anthony Corey is going to be second place. With the assistance here of the 47 of Ryan Brochard. Brochard started Ryan and started second, but after being caught up in that wreck on lap 9, he's been playing catch up ever since. Cecil Renee is in 6th. He's getting a bit of a helping hand by Mitchell Reeves there. These guys, when they come around, they actually be 4th and 5th when they come around to the timing loop to sync back up. But our leader at the moment, the 63 of Glenn Jamieson, is getting a helping hand by his Toyota Camry buddy, the 11. Chris Steele. Oh, we're running on 14 laps to go. Well, less than that. We're now hit just lap 48. We're about to come down to 10 laps, 10 lap shootout for the remainder of the race. Not sure what the 63 here is. Does he have enough fuel to go the distance? This is going to be the question. Sometimes there's an underdog. And we were saying it before with the 2. Unfortunately, Brian Brochard probably won't be able to be in a position to take the win unless we have a few fortune. But every now and then you get a guy who just slips through the cracks. He sort of runs a very quiet race. You don't really see much of him. And could this be Glenn Jamieson's night? Glenn Jamieson leads us to lap 49. Alright, so there's a few guys having a bit of a chat because the cars are starting to change throughout the course of the race, being the fact that they haven't put any tyres on these things, just gas and go. A lot of these guys gas and go. And here we go, Glenn Jamieson is about to put a lap of the 84 of Colin Bauer and Everett Lane. But I think he's going to have to run the outside. I don't think these guys are going to give it to him willy-nilly. As Everett Lane is caught up to the 27 and the 20 there of Donald Kendrick and Matt Clifton, and they've just flown past them. So 20 there of Matt Clifton had an eventful race so far this evening. Here we go, so we're about to we're clocking down now, 10 laps, and the 63 still leading the way. Ryan Brochard is almost 31 seconds adrift of Glenn Jamieson. So Jamieson here is with a whole bunch of lap cars, and definitely got a large gap between him and second place. So Glenn Jamieson qualified 13th. In practice, is currently 9th fastest. He's showing good speed at the moment. And definitely has a nice lead over second place, but does he have to pit? That's the question. That's going to be the question at the end of this 60 lap race. as Ryan Beauchard in the 47 and Anthony Corey in the 73 do the swaps. As they're trying to push as hard as they can, but they probably don't realise that again. Glenn Jamison is surrounded by cars around him, so he doesn't need to do any pushing. He's just in a packed draft at the moment. The way it's looking, I'm hearing a bit of radio chatter. It sounds like a lot of the guys are trying to hope for a water bottle caution or something to try and bring the field back in, because I think Glenn Jamison has done everything right tonight. He's been able to get in, get fuel, get gas, and continue on, and just been a low-key performer. And he may have this one. We're about to cross over to lap 54. He's got Matt Clifton running the outside. See if he can just sort of hold on to Matt Clifton, let Matt just point around the track. But in saying that, if things change, I mean, I can't. If things change and there is stops required for Jamison, Beauchard, and Corey, it's going to really throw a spanner in the works. The rest of the field from 4th back to 9th, 10th are pretty close, and anything can happen. But lap 55 in the books, and Glenn Jamison's running hard, not slowing up at all. Here to complete lap 56, and then Jamison making it look too easy now. We move back to the battle going on with a bit of a pack here in 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th of Mitchell Reed, Cecil Renee, Daniel Mark Antonio and Sean Emakora. Now they've got on the heels Caleb Stevens as well as Jonathan Brewster. Jonathan was our pole man. Him and his teammate have had an interesting night. Jonathan led a lot of laps earlier on. And looks like Caleb Stevens just going to the wall out of 4. I see a slowdown. I see someone coming to pit lane. Anthony Corey could not continue. So that moves everyone up. Mitchell Reeves currently in 3rd, getting a helping hand by Cecil Renee. The 31, however, of Daniel Marcantonio is hot on the heels there, and he's got a good pusher. That number 3 of Sean Emakora is definitely a fast car. And that's it. The leader is in the pits. Glenn Jamison pitting. He's coming out now. Will it be enough? That was definitely a splash and go. We're on lap 57, ladies and gentlemen. What is going to transpire here? Well, he made it right. Beauchard's hit pit lane. But the pack is coming from Glenn Jamison. He has to turn that apron all the way around. I think it's going to be on. He's come up from the apron. He's got a bit squirrely. He entered out of 2. Not sure how much Wayne Finley's going to watch that. But here comes Mitchell Reeves with the big force behind him. Cecil Renee, he's gone outside. Everyone's not sure which way to go. Oh, they've separated. They separated. There was parting of the sea. Moses. Wow. It just happened. We just saw that lap 57. Here we go, clicking over 58. And who's your man? It's a 0-2 Mitchell Reeves. The youngster from Alabama, works out of Skiers Marine. Southeast Motorsports driver, one of All Pro's very own stable drivers. He's currently got Cecil Renee in his rear view. as they are pulling away from the 3 of Sean Emakora, Daniel Marcantonio in the 31, Jonathan Bruce with 22, and Caleb Stevens in the 25. We're down to top 6. Glenn Jamison in the 63. He had to try it. He had to try it. Had we had a caution, he probably would have been our winner. 2 laps to go now. Can Mitchell Reeves hold on to this this lead and take this win? I think a lot of people are starting to put their money on that 0-2 if they didn't have it on there earlier. But what a shocking development for Glenn Jamison in the 63. He had to try it. He had nothing to lose. And hats off to him for giving that a go. It would have looked fantastic at work. All he needed was a caution, ladies and gentlemen. Just enough to slow up that fuel mileage, and he would have been good to go. And here we go. They're coming across to get the white flag. Now you're seeing the 3 and the 31. In 3rd and 4th, really hunting down. I'd say the here we go, the 3. So Sean Emakora looking on the outside here of Cecil Renee. Doesn't seem to have the power at the moment. They're passing a lap car high. So 3 cars. The front 3 have started. They're pulled away now from the 31 there of Daniel Marcantonio. What's going to happen here? Will Cecil Renee be happy enough to finish 2nd, or will he try to take that win away from Mitchell Reeves? Mitchell is trying to hold off. Mitchell stays low, and Mitchell got the win. So well done to Mitchell Reeves in the 0-2 Southeast Motorsport. In 2nd place you have Cecil Renee. Excellent drive by Cecil, qualifying 16th. He sort of hung back, stayed out of his own fight, and came home good. Sean Emakora again qualified 14th. Managed to have that strong number 3 Chevy SS there at the end to get in the 3rd position. Unfortunate for Daniel Marcantonio in the 31. I was definitely thinking he was going to be a dark horse as well. Comes home 4th. 22 with Jonathan Bruce, who our pole man was in 5th. Caleb Stevens 25, who got caught up in that first wreck. Caught the apron earlier on. He ended up coming home in 6th. Glenn Jamison, winner or Bennett, we're going to call him in the 6-3, and up 7th. Everett Lane came back from every sort of adversity, being hit under the coming into the pit stops. Managed to come home in 8th. The 33 there of Rod Romeo Senior, 9th, and Robert Wood, 29. 10th. We need much of Robert Wood this evening, but started from 22nd. Drove his way down to 10th, so well done to you, Robert. Michael Hauser in the 17th, 11th, Tony Wright, 12th, and Donald Kendrick, 13th. And here we go, we're going to have a chat to the top 3. We've got them on the front row.
Appreciate it, Danny, thank you.
Yeah, just let Michael do his interview, guys. Thank you for holding the chat.
So we're just about to go live with Sean.
Hello.
I'm not sure if Sean heard us.
I'm doing well, Sean. I hope that's how you say your last name. I've been calling it all night. Sorry if it's wrong. Instead of 14th this evening, didn't get any practice in. You brought that number 3 Chevy home in 3rd. How do you feel?
Well, feels pretty good. Got to thank Daniel for the help, and got to thank PADD for everything they do, and great races in here. Good race.
Fantastic. And so obviously you end up getting home in the 3. You're on the Twitch at the moment with the All Pro Broadcasting Network. Is there anyone who want to thank any sponsors, anything like that?
Got to thank PADD and Wayne and everybody involved. Great organization. Keep up the good work.
Fantastic, Sean. And again, excellent drive from you from 14th down to 3rd. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
And in 2nd tonight, we got in the 6-4, Cecil Renee. Cecil, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Andrew.
Cecil, my friend, it's been a long time in between drinks between us. He qualified 16th. and you made it home in second, pushing the 02. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it was a good night. Looks like me and Mitchell finally finished one off here and didn't crash at the end.
Now, you can tell us, were you going to look for an inside run there, or were you going to run him on the outside coming to the line?
I was hoping to get it on the inside, but he didn't leave me nothing. Plus we had Sean coming up behind us, so I kind of had to keep pushing him.
No, it would have been good to see that, but while you got the spotlight, anyone want to do a shout out to you, Cecil?
Yeah, I want to thank Wayne and Pat for organizing this, and a shout out to all the racers for showing up tonight for this, and for you guys up in the booth also. It's a good race.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Cecil, and well done on that massive jump from 16th to 2nd.
And I want to thank Mitchell too for working with me there.
And our man of the night, the young kid from Alabama who seemed to get the job done. Well done to Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell, you got a cop?
10-4, Andrew. How we doing?
Well, I'm doing exceptionally well, but you seem to be the man of the moment. You know, you've got everything going well. You've got all the lines, all the, what do you call it, the things lining up for you at the moment. You've put on your big boy pants tonight. You come out here and you're trying to run, and you win it. Well done.
Yeah, it was a great race, Pad. Put on tonight. I knew probably going into this race is going to be a kind of a pit stop strategy race because we have obviously a lot of great racers in here, and it showed only having one caution. Definitely have to give a huge shout out to Cecil there, coming off pit road. Me and him able to hook up, and like he said, we finally made something happen, and it's really good to finally me and Cecil get a victory lane, and it's just awesome. And got to thank Pat and Mike Collini and everybody here. Mike Collini's really been dedicated to this organization, and it's really awesome to see what all this commitment will do for somebody in their whole entire organization. So.
Yeah, no, fair call, and there is a serious matter why we are here tonight racing. Obviously with racing with PADD, people against the track of driving, and obviously tonight you put on an excellent show. You look fantastic in your Southeast Motorsport colours with your Bass Pro Shop sponsorship there, and anyone you want to do a shout out to, teammates in car back?
I definitely got to give a big shout out to PADD once again for everything they've done and everything they've accomplished so far, and there's a lot more hopefully for that organization to come. Definitely a big shout out to Michael D'Amico at All Pro Racing and yourself there. My favorite Aussie in the world, Andrew Williams, did a heck of a job announcing, I'm sure, again, and just everybody here for having just a heck of a race and just a lot of fun and able to just come out here and pay to have a lot of fun like we should. So.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, thank you very much, Mitchell. Now make sure you keep that motor going. You tear down the house, and I don't want to see any back tires on that Chevy SS. So well done again, guys. Thank you very much.
10-4. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there's our races winners for this evening. Mitchell Reeves in the 02 Southeast Motorsport Pro Bass. Scares Marie, he's got a long list of supporters. He's a good kid from Alabama there. And well done to you, Mitchell. Cecil Renee in the 64, excellent result from him coming home in second. As I said, just a qualified 16, massive jump. Sean Umakora, he didn't pull me up on his last name, so hopefully I'll say that correct. In the Carrier Centres Chevrolet SS, did a fantastic job again, coming from 14th to 3rd. It was a heartbreak for the 31 at Daniel Marcantonio in the 9th. Coming home 4th. He qualified 9th. He looked like he was going to have a car there. I definitely would not rule him out next time at all. 22, Jonathan Brewster, he started pole, coming home 5th. Unfortunate for him, it just didn't seem to work. But again, these guys, there's so many strong drivers. Caleb Stevens, in the 25. Unfortunate start. Qualified 10th, rebound back to 6th after all the things he had to go through. What can you say? Glenn Jamison in the 63, he threw caution to the wind. He went all for nothing, and unfortunately, if the race had given him a caution, he would have been the man on that top step without a doubt. Unluckily, he comes home in 7th. Still got to be proud of that. Everett Lane, 24, from the 24 car today, come home in '8th. So a lot of these guys, they had a bit of a story behind their races, but could have gone either way for so many of them. 33, Rod Ramone Asina, fantastic man. Always gives respect. Well-liked individual in this series. Home tonight, 9th. Not too sure what was going on there. I was expecting a bit more out of him. I'm just speaking from my heart. Very strong runner in the super speedways with the Gen 6s. In trucks, anything. Give me anything on a super speedway. One of the fastest, strongest drivers I've seen. He came home tonight 9th. Robert Wood, didn't really get too much about him this evening in 29. I will look forward to catching up with him in a later date, but he drove from 22nd down to 10th, and that's not a feat to not to admire. So well done to you, Robert. Michael Hauser in the 17, qualified 4th, ended up at 11th. Many things didn't go his way this evening. I think the accident at the start, which caught him out, then pitting early by himself, just caught himself out a bit there. But always a strong runner, and he'll rebound from this, I'm sure. The 21 of Tony Wright, qualified 17th, come home in 12th. Didn't really see too much about him. Again, strong runner, not really where he should have been. Perhaps top 10. Just one of those things. And our last man on the lead lap was Donald Kendrick, the 27. Now he showed many different things. He showed a lot of speed running up front for the front group. Just not sure if he could have held it. So unfortunate for Donald tonight. A lot of these guys ended up with, I think it was 22 cars finishing. So that's a good effort from the 26 or so that took the green. The PADD organisation here, they run a good race. We had some good drivers in here. Always got to thank Michael D'Amico from All Pro Racing and All Pro Broadcasting for his time, his dedication, just the money he puts into this technology for him to be able to broadcast these races. It isn't cheap. He does it of his own free will, and can't say enough about this fine man. Thank you very much, D'Amico, for all your effort tonight. Thank you for Michael Cleaney and Wayne Finley for all their outstanding support and effort putting on this race. I look forward to, I'm honoured always when I'm asked to broadcast or announce these things. I look forward to doing another one with them. I will be looking forward to our next race with the 50-50 bi-weekly series held by All Pro Racing, which will be next Sunday at 4:30, I believe it is. Eastern time in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Gen 6s, I believe they're at Las Vegas next Sunday. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. On behalf of myself, Andrew Williams, obviously the world-liked Aussie, as Mitchell Reeves likes to say, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in into this broadcast. Please make sure you like, subscribe to the Twitch and the YouTube channels that keep us going. Make sure we understand what you guys want to see. Keep an eye out for what's going on with All Pro Racing on Facebook, as well as their website, allproracing.com.au. .com, not AU, not Australian. It's allproracing.com, as well as their iRacing page, All Pro Racing. There will be some new series starting up, perhaps looking at trucks, fixed series. I'm thinking mile and a halves. I'll try to see if we can maybe get D'Amico to tell us one day about what's going on, but some big things are going to be happening at All Pro Racing, so please stay tuned. And on behalf of myself, Andrew Williams, Michael D'Amico, and all the guys here at All Pro Racing, All Pro Broadcasting, just want to say thank you very much for tuning in, and take care, guys.